Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Python Bootcamp series. This is a series where I'm covering Python language from the very scratch. Means there are no prerequisites. If you are totally beginner to coding, then you can also stick to this series. And this is the sixth lecture of this series, and this is a gentle reminder from my side, which I always give before starting any episode of this series. That if you have not watched the episodes, the earlier five episodes of this series, then please first go and watch them. After that, come back to this series because this is come back to this episode because this is a continued series. If you don't have watched the episodes, earlier episodes, then you will not be able to cope up with the topics that I am covering in this video lecture. So without wasting any further ado, let's just dive into a presentation. Yes, so this is in this session we will be covering sets, tuples, and dictionary. And earlier to that, those who are following the series will be knowing that due to such circumstances, match case statement was pending during the last session. So first, I will be covering that match case statements, and there are some practice questions, one of match case statement and one of if elif else statement. Also, first we will be covering that. After that, we will be starting with the sets, tuples, and dictionaries. So, as always, let us begin our session with the positive quote. So, today's quote is change is inevitable, growth is optional. See, it's there's not any doubt in this that change is inevitable. Things will be changing, but the only thing that you can control is that the change should be in your favor. The change should be favorable for you. So, make the change happen in such a way that it will be benefiting you making making you feel low or making you go down in any context. So yeah, now first let us see the contents. First we will be covering the first we will be covering practice question of if elif else statement because we have already covered it. It is pending. After that we will be covering match case statement and one practice question for that also because and learning only theory is not as sufficient when it comes to coding or any programming thing. After that, we will be seeing tuples, dictionaries, sets one by one. Then we will be doing some practice questions about that. So I hope this is clear. So this is a practice question, a very important practice question of if, elif, and else state type of statement. First, just pause the video here and think about the question, how you will be approaching the question, how the question can be solved. After that, play when you have solved the question, play the video and match your answers, whether it is correct, whether it is wrong. If it is correct, well and good. If it is not correct, then see where the things are going wrong. What are the steps where you are facing problem, which type of statements are not clear to use. See that this is the actual efficient way to go with the questions. First let me add some water and after that we will be proceeding with this question. So the question says, write a program to calculate the BMI and categorize it. For those who don't know BMI is body mass index, or yeah, it's body mass index. It is in the field of physical science. It is used to measure that whether a person is obese or underweight, normal obese or underweight, something like that. Okay. So how we have to calculate that, and after that we have to categorize it as whether the person is underweight. First, we have to calculate the BMI, body mass index of a person. After that, we have to tell that whether the person is underweight, normal, or overweight or obese. So these are the ranges of that also, and this is the formula which is very very important in order to if you want to calculate the BMI, it is very important that you will be knowing that formula. This is the formula with which we will be calculating the BMI, and this is the range using which we will be classifying it as underweight, normal, overweight, and obese. So first, let us begin with the code. I am using Visual Studio Code as always here. First, we will be taking See, to calculate body mass index, we need two parameters or two things to calculate the body mass index. First, I will be needing the weight of the person in kgs. After that, I will be needing the height also of the person, and height should be in meter. So first let us take these two inputs. After that we will be first let us take these two inputs. After that we will be proceeding with the calculation part using this formula. After that we will be classifying it whether the person is obese, underweight, overweight, or normal. First let me take weight. I'm creating a variable weight and I am taking integer input saying enter the weight, enter your weight. I will write enter your weight in kgs. After that, I am creating a variable height. This should be float. And I'm taking a float input saying that enter your height. And the height should be in meters. In meters, okay? That should be there, right? I don't know why I have got it. Yes, in meters. So I hope this much is clear to everyone. First, we will be taking two variables as input. One is weight and the another is height. After taking those as inputs, we will be calculating BMI. So here I am writing BMI equals to. Now we will see what is the formula for BMI. To calculate the BMI, just a second, yes. Oh, white will not be visible, right? To calculate the BMI, first I should divide the weight with square of height. So let us do that. First, let us calculate the BMI. By using this formula, what we will be doing, we will be dividing weight with height. So here I am taking weight divided by height square. Either I can write, see now there are two things that I can do. Either I can write height asterisk asterisk 2, which means height raised to power 2, or else what I can do, I can write height asterisk 2, which means height multiplied by height. Both are same. But here I am writing height at the power 2. After that, let us print the BMI as of now. BMI. BMI is a keyword or not? I don't think so. Let me write this BMI. Now let me just run this code. It will be asking for weight in kgs. Let us say the weight is 65 kgs or 60 kgs. And height is 1.6 meter. I don't know whether it is right height means a valid for height or not. Like this much height is possible or not. I am not aware about height in meters. Anyhow, it is giving me 23.433. This is the BMI. But I don't want the BMI. I want to classify it as whether the person is underweight, normal, or obese. So what I will be doing is below 18 point now. See, below 18.5 is underweight. 18.5 to 24.9 is normal weight. See, in our previous lectures, we have already done such type of questions where we based on range of number where it was from like 90 to 100 it is A grade, 80 to 90 it is B grade. So it is now the question is just similar to that. What we will be doing is we will be using our conditionals, and if BMI is is less than equals to how much, 18.5, below 18.5, not equals to just 18.5, Then result. Let us say result is equals to underweight. Then result is underweight, and I have to enclose it in inverted commas because it's a string. LF BMI is less than equals to 24.9. 24.9. Then my result is normal weight. LF BMI is less than equals to how much? 29.9. 29.9. Result is overweight. See, these type of problems are actually where you will be needing programming. So I am trying to use those type of problems so that you will be able to correlate the coding part, the programming part that you are learning with your day-to-day life. Like these are the things where coding can be used. You can get a feel of that also with the type of questions I am doing because a real life theory or situation is being involved in this. So this is our main code for the conditionals that was very much necessary. And see, BMI also varies from gender to gender. For males, the ranges are different. For females, the ranges are different. As far as I remember, because I have also taken physical education during my 12th standard. But this picture I have found from internet only. So we are doing that only. We are here. We are not going in that deep. That we are going gender specific. If you want to build a program for that also, then just make nested if else. In first, just create a if loop. In that, verify the gender. If the gender is male, then create another if else statement. This set of statement for that. So, and in the else block, you can create the same thing for females. So by doing this nested if else, you can create that also. Now let us run the code. Now I have to enter the weight in kgs. Let us say 60. Enter height. Let us say again 1.6. So this is a BMI. This, oh wait, we are not printing that, right? Result. After that, we have to print you are here we have to result, and here we can write BMI. Okay. So now let us run it. Let the take weight as 60 kgs and height as 1.6 meter. This is BMI and you are a normal weight. Simple as that. So this was our last question of conditionals that I have taken during my last slide also, and which I have taken now also. So the only thing that you have to do is focus on conditionals, how you are making the conditions, how you have to proceed with the conditions. That's very important. Practice more and more questions and see how the conditions are being built. Now let us move to a match case statement. First, just look at the syntax by yourself. I will be explaining it in a minute. Yes. Now, what is match case statement? First, let me just show you a question which will be telling you the need of match case statement, because there's not any as such need or necessity of match case statement. The work that you will be doing with match case statement, you can directly do that word you can directly do that work by using if, elif, and else type of statement also. So why you need this statement? First, let us just see, this is a question which says write a program that takes number from 1 to 7 and prints the corresponding day. So now here you can see we can also do this using if, elif, and else type of questions. But here we have to define seven blocks, one of if, seventh one of else, and these five elif blocks. So it will be a very long code to write. So instead, what we will be doing is we will be just using match case statement. What is a match case statement? A match case statement, simply first you have to use a keyword match. Yes, now match is another keyword that you are learning. Let me just switch to the pen. First, you have to write the keyword match, another keyword. After that, you have to write x. Now, what is x? X is the variable about which you the see, as the name suggests, match case statement. You will be matching the value of some variable. Let me just tell you that you will be having any variable. As of now, let us name it x, and you will be matching the value of that variable with different numbers or different strings or any data type. You will be matching the value of that variable with a lot of cases. So you had the variable that you wanna match, the value of which you wanna match. You will be writing that variable here. So in this question, I want to match the value of x. After that, colon, very important. Then again, you have to give a space, not a space, space of a tab. You have to press tab space. After that, you have to write another keyword, case. Yes, case is also an keyword. After that, you will be writing the number which you want to match the value, with which you want to match the value. Now, what does it mean? This set of statements, this statements to be executed, this block of statement will be only executed when x equals to 1. What will be happening here is, if my x is equals to 1, then these statements will be executed. And remember, here also there are tab spaces, because here I am matching the value of, because in this question I'm matching the value of x with 1. And when will this code be executed? See, this part of code will be executed when my x will be equals to 2. Because here I am saying that x equals to 2. I hope this syntax is clear. Although we will be doing a question on that, with which you it will be crystal clear to you. So as of now, let us just focus on the syntax. We will be doing a question also. And here, this is very important. I have written underscore here. Now, underscore is a default case. Now, what I mean from default case? From when I am saying default case, I actually mean that. Let me just switch to a presentation. Yeah, when I'm saying underscore, which is a default case, I'm meaning you can correlate it with the else block. We are having different conditions in if, l, and elif blocks. When we want to end that statement at that point of time, we always use an else block. So this case underscore is like a default. It's a we say it as a default case. It's just like an else block. When we want to end a match case statement, we have to define a default case. What does it mean? Means if x will not be 1, then this part of code will not be executed. If x will not be 2, then this part of code will not be executed. So we want some value that if X doesn't satisfy all these conditions, then what will be happening? Just like the else case, if X is not see here, if X is not satisfying even this condition, not this, and also not this, then this block of code will be executed. Similarly, if X will not be satisfying this condition, then this default case will be running. Now let us do our practice question. Now the things will be more clearer to you after doing this question. Our question says write a program that takes a number from 1 to 7 and prints the correspondingly. Okay, let me erase this code and I'll write I'm taking an integer input saying enter the day number. After that, I will be now I will be matching this num. Now case 1. If num is 1, then day should equals to, if num is 1, then day should be equals to Monday. Case 2, just let me write this code faster. Then the day will be Tuesday. Case 3. See, my Visual Studio Code is already providing me all the necessary tab spaces that I am needing. So you don't have to worry about that. These are the benefits of using such code editors. Case 4, day equals to Thursday. Now let me just do one thing. Do copy paste. I don't know why I have not tried it earlier. My brain just tried me that I can do this also. Again, two more cases. See, now when the day is 7, it's Sunday. And when now I am writing default case means then it's a invalid day number. Now I have covered the wrong inputs also. Because if the day will not be 1, 2, 3, 4, wait, I have done this twice. 4, 5, 6, and 7 also, then the day number will be wrong. In that case, I will be getting invalid day number also. This is my default case. So this is how you have to proceed with this match case statement. And now let me just print, not print, print. Oh my God, small p, because Python is case sensitive. What should I print? The day is a after that day. The day is a day. Now let me just run it and see. If I write 1, it is giving me the day is a Monday. Let me just write capital T here. Now if I am writing 2 here, it is giving the day is Tuesday. Running it again. Writing 3, the day is Wednesday. 4, the day is Thursday. 5, the day is Friday. The day is Saturday. 7, the day is Sunday. And if I write anything beyond that, the day is a invalid day number. If I write anything like Suppose negative, the day is an invalid day number. So that was all about the match case statements. Now let us proceed with the next segment of our today's lecture, which is tuples, sets, and dictionaries. So we will be covering all three of these data types one by one and doing some practice questions for each of them also. Let me just dive into presentation and yeah. So we are initiating it with the tuples. Now how to define a tuple? First, first you first you just have to write tuple name, then put a assignment operator. After that, you have to use round braces. Using a round braces is very important because this is very much identity of a tuple. See what happens in case of list is we use square brackets. In case of strings, we use inverted commas. In case of tuple, we use normal circular braces. And in case of dictionary and set, we use curly braces. So this is very important to remember which type of braces should be used in for which data type. So in tuples we use this round braces. After that we will be writing the any data that we want to store separated by commas. Similarly, just as list. Now, what is the difference between list and tuple? That tuples are immutable. This is very, very, very important. That tuples are immutable. Now, what does this and lists are mutable? Now, what does this mean? This means that already we have, although we have covered mutability in our previous lectures also, but now let us just quickly revise that. What does it mean? See, if there's any list name L and that list is 1, 2, and 3. And if I do this, that I want to change zeroth index of that list, this I will be doing this. If I want to make it 0, I will be writing this. So in list, in cases of list, this is completely valid. But when it comes to tuples, it is not valid because tuples are immutable. We can't do this in cases of tuples. It will be throwing an error similarly as strings because strings are also immutable. So we can't reassign any particular index. And one thing that I had forgot to explain during my strings and lists session was this thing is spoken as whenever we have to say this in English, we will say it zeroth of L. We can and if whether if it there will be one here, then we will be saying one of L, two of L, three of L. This is how we speak this when we are speaking this statement. If there is print statement, we directly say it print. But in case of this, we speak it as zeroth of L. And another important thing that tuples are ordered. Now, what does this word ordered means? It means that that indexing indexing and slicing also. Indexing and slicing, both of them are possible. So Both indexing and slicing are very much possible in case of a tuple. It means tuples are ordered. Similarly, strings were also ordered and lists were also ordered. So how this list indexing and slicing works in tuples in the exact same manner how it had worked in strings also and lists also. Now let us just write some code about a tuple. So let me define a tuple. Let me just say the name of tuple is T. This braces is very important and I am writing anything. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. Now, this is a tuple, and if I print T first, after that, I will be printing type of T also. Let us just run this code. See, first, in the very first code, tuple had been printed, and then my data type tuple had been printed. So that was all for tuples. And I want to tell you one more thing that if my tuple is only having a single value, then what will happen? See, one and class is integer. Why? Because here there is only a single digit, and using this braces is of no use because Python interpreter will take the input inside the braces as it is. So, and similarly, if I will be writing anything, write this hello, then it will be taking it as string because hello is a string rather than taking it as tuple. So you can make tuples of multiple value. See, now it's a tuple, but you can't make a tuple of single value, right? No, because in order to create a tuple of single value, what you have to do, just input that value. After that, place a comma in the end. Now it will be a tuple. So I hope this is clear. So that's all about tuples. Now let us move to our next data type, which is sets. We will be doing some practice questions for all three of these data types, including tuples, sets, and dictionaries in the very end. First, as of now, let us just see sets. I am having some water till then. Just go through the syntax of sets. That how syntax are, what are sets and how they are defined. So just as tuples, in order to define sets, first just write the name of the set, the name that you want to give your set, use an assignment operator. After that, again, very, very important thing, use curly braces. Usage of curly braces is very much important. Then input your data separated by a comma. Now, how this is different from other things? That's also important. Sets are mutable. Now, many people will be commenting sets are not mutable, but actually sets are mutable, but the elements inside sets are unmutable. Now, what does it mean? It means that you can't reassign any index again. The only thing that you can change inside a set is whether add any number or data like string, list, tuple, or whether just remove some existing data or add some another data. You can't manipulate the data that is already existing. Now, what does it mean? We will be seeing that shortly in the code. And another thing, sets are unordered. Now, what does it means? Again, if they are unordered, it means as indexing and slicing was possible in case of tuples, in case of strings, in case of lists also. But here, as sets are unordered, then Slicing and indexing will not be possible in cases of set. And one more thing, sets don't take duplicate values. No, I know all of them. These points you will not be able to understand without the code. So let us just write some code. Let us say the name of the set is S. I'm using this, and after that, I'm writing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So let us say this is our set, and let us just print a set and print the type of set also to see that whether it is a valid set or not. See, this is my set, and the type of this is set. Now, one thing that duplicate values are not allowed in cases of set. Now, if I write 2, 3, 3, 4, 7, 8, 7. Now, see, my set is 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Here I have used in two twos, two threes, and two sevens are there. But if you have probably studied about sets in your maths also, if you will be having maths in your 11th, the first very chapter is sets, I think. So there you will be there you had studied about sets, that sets don't take duplicate values. Same we can see here also, that all the duplicates values had been ignored when my data type is set. Now one more thing that I want to make clear is sets are mute. Wait, also we can use length operator here. Print length of s, save, run. See, it will be showing 6 because 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. It will not be including the duplicate values in the, it will not be including the duplicate values in the, what we call to it, uh, in the length function also. Length function will also not be including the duplicate values. It will just count the number of distinct inputs, the number of distinct data types, the number of distinct data or entries that it is having. And not only integers, we can also store floats and strings also in sets, and we can also store all of them string list, string list, and string list sets dictionary inside them also. This is called nesting also. That is also clear. And one another point that yes, as I have said, sets are mutable. What does it mean? That I can add something inside this set using a method. Now, what is method? Method is basically a data type specific function, which is add. And if I will write just 5, because 5, let us eliminate them. Now my set is having only 1 and 2. If I write s dot add 5, I have to shift this statement upward here. Now when I will be running this, see my set is having 1 to 5 and length is 3 and it is a set. Now, this point that the elements of sets are immutable, what does it mean? That we can only insert immutable elements inside a set. Inside a set, we can use an integer value, we can use a float value, we can use a string value, but we can't use list. We can't use lists inside a set because list is mutable. But the elements that we will be using inside a set should be immutable. So I hope this is clear to each and everyone that sets are mutable, but the elements that we have to insert inside a set should be immutable. And sets are in order. Sets are unordered, which means we can't use indexing and slicing inside sets. Whereas tuples are ordered, so we can use slicing and indexing inside tuples. I know that this will be sounding very much confusing. What is ordered, which one is in unordered, which type of data type we can use inside another one. I know this probably will be sounding very overwhelming at the very first go, but just practice the questions. Try practicing Python. And try to do just don't depend on the practice questions that I am doing in the class. Find some another practice questions also. Ask from ChatGPT, or you can use platforms like Lead Code also to practice some questions of Python. After that, you will be very much pro with the Python, because practicing is very much important throughout the coding. No matter which language you are doing, it is very important. Just as maths, like maths can't be done just theoretically. You actually have to practice the questions. Similarly, you also have to practice the question in each and every programming language, including Python also. And we have seen that we can add an element and we can remove an element also by using this method. Now, what are these methods? What are functions? We will be seeing that later on in upcoming videos. See, now it is only having 1 and 5. 2 had been removed and length has been also cut down to 2, and it is a set. Now, what if I have to create an empty set? Means there should not be any value inside that set. In that case, what I will be doing, I will be just removing all the values and printing this, right? No, this will is a wrong thing, because here my data type is dict, which is dictionary. So in order to create an empty set, just do this, typecast it into a set. Typecast it into a set. Now it will be fine. See, see, it's a set now. Yeah, everything is fine. It's a set now. Now, what does this mean? It simply means in order to create an empty set, we have to typecast it into a set. We can't create it directly. Why? For the reason being that whenever we will be creating an empty set, it will be creating an empty dictionary instead. Now, what is dictionary and why dictionary is being created? We will be seeing that also, because both sets and dictionary use curly braces. See, this type of braces. We also use them to define a dictionary. We also use them to define a set. So by default, if we don't write anything inside it, the interpreter will take it as dictionary, not as set. So that's very important to understand. Now let us talk about dictionaries. So similarly as the other data types, in order to define a dictionary, first we will be writing the dictionary name. After that, we will be writing an equal to sign. Then curly braces. This slide is wrong actually. We can't define dictionary as this, like this. Just forget about it. I will be showing you inside the code how to define a dictionary. And these points are important, that dictionaries are mutable and dictionaries are also unordered. We means indexing and slicing is not possible in dictionary, but dictionaries are mutable. So let us dive into code and see how dictionaries are being defined. In order to define a dictionary, I am using anything like dict. Dict is my dictionary name, and because dict, if I use dict, it's a keyword, so I can't use dict. So we will be only using dict. So dict is my keyword. Dict is my keyword, so I will be using dict as my dictionary name. How to define that? Use this type of curly braces, and what I will be doing is I'll be writing key value pairs. It is very important that when it comes to dictionary, we store key value pairs. We store key value pairs. It is a type of, when it comes to definition of dictionary, there it's a keyword that we will be storing key value pairs inside a dictionary. I'm again saying this method of defining dictionary is totally wrong. Let me just show you the correct method to do so. Here I'm writing name, and I'm writing 30. I'm writing good Simran, separating it by comma. I'm writing class. Here I'll write 18. Class is not 18. Class, let us just write 14. Actually, I'm not 14. I will write BTEC only. For those who don't know, I'm doing BTEC. Marks, let us say 92. So what I am doing is, if you have noticed, here I am writing something name, class, and marks. Then we have to use colon, after that value, after that comma. Now here, this name, class, and marks are keys. It's not necessary that your keys should be strings only. Your keys can be integer, float, or any data type of your choice. And this similarly here, this is the value that I'm storing inside that key. Good Simran, BTEC, and similarly this 92. Again, this is not necessary that your keys should be, your values should be string or integer only. Other data types are also acceptable when it comes to storing the values. Now, this is totally like, and we have to separate one key value pair by using a comma. And it is very, very important that use this type of curly braces when it comes to defining a dictionary. And it is just the Python dictionary is just as similar to as normal dictionary that we use in our daily life. See, if you have seen a dictionary that you have definitely seen, it's having an word, having a word and its meaning. Similarly, here we are having a key and its value. You can also correlate it with variables, that this is a variable name and this value is being stored inside this variable, but it is actually not a variable. So this is how we define dictionary and how we use dictionaries. And one more thing, multiple keys of same name can't be possible. Like if I will be trying to assign something inside name key again, let us say the name is Prakriti, and I am running this code. And see, this is throwing me an error. Wait, just let me put a comma here also. It had worked completely fine. Why? Just let me show you that. I will be printing my deck here. See, now the name is Prakriti. Name Gursimran had been totally vanished. So what we call to this situation is that this name had this name key had been overwritten. Means this value had been completely ignored because we are redefining it. So this is what exactly when I say dictionaries are mutable, this is what exactly I mean. That we can change the values of dictionaries. Now let us print type of deck and length of deck also. The type is dictionary and length is 3. And in order to create an empty dictionary, just don't write anything that we have already seen. Now let us just do the practice questions quickly. Let us just do the practice questions. Yes. Our first practice question says that write a program to input a set and print it, also print its length and remove an entry from it, then again print it and its length. Okay. So we have to print a program to input a set. Right. Let me name the S to it. It should be an set input. And after that, I will be saying enter the set, enter the set. After that, I have to print the set and its length, print the set and print its length also, length of s, print s and length of s. Just saying set equals to, and here I can say length gth, length of the set is. Let me just run this. Here I have to input something. Let me just write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Basic set is 2, 1 is there, 2 is there, 3 is there, 4 is there, 5 is there, and 6 is also there, and comma. So we don't have to give the input separated by a comma. We actually have to give the input separated by a space. What does it mean? See, I will be writing 1 space 2 space 3 space 4 space 5 6. See, now 1 is there, 2 is there, 3 is there, 4 is there, 5 is there, 6 is there, and a space is also there. Means we also can't use space to input that. To input such, we just have to write this. I think so. Yes. See, now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Earlier, when we were separating the input via comma, there their comma was also included inside a set and only once, because duplicate values are not allowed. And when we were separating the inputs via space, that space was also included inside the entries, and it was only used one, because again duplicate values are not allowed in the sets. So we only have to give the input as it is, not separated by anything. And yes, length of set is 6. What we have to do next is remove an entry from it, then again print its length. Now we have to remove entry. How to remove that? We know that in order to remove something, we will just use this method. As of now, just copy paste this syntax. Let us say I want to remove 3. So now I'll just save this, copy means, and I'll paste this again. See, now I have to type the set. Let us say the same set. Remove 3, key error. This 3 is not there inside this, because you can see this 3 is used as string, na? So we will remove a string 3, because the entry that is not there in set, that can't be removed at all. It's a common sense. See, earlier set was 1, and one more thing, because sets are unorganized, these all numbers are always being printed in any random order. Earlier, the set was one having one, two, three, four, five, six, all of them, and length of set was six. But now, as I have removed three, what happened is now the set only have one, two, three is not there, four and four, five and six, and the length had been changed to five. So that was our practice question. So our next practice question is write a program to input a dictionary containing a student's name, age, and course and print it. Also retrieve the value name key and print that also. So this is a question about dictionary, and this is the last question of today's session. This question says we have to write a program to input a dictionary containing a student's name, age, and course and print it. Now what I will be doing it is I will be taking name as input for the person, but just enter the name, and I'll taking age and what course also, right? Taking age as input from the user saying that enter the age, enter the name, enter the age. Just copy paste it. I also want just a second. What else I want? I want course. Enter the course. COURS. Now I will be creating a dictionary named Dick. How I will be creating it? I will be just writing. I will be writing integer in. Not. I will simply write name. This is my first key, and I will be assigning the value name to it. Now age, which is my second key. I will be assigning the value of age variable to it. Now my last key course, I will be assigning the value of course variable to it. Now I will be, what I have to do? I have to print it. I will be printing the dictionary. Enter the name. My name is Gursimran Singh. So I will be entering Gursimran. As of now, age 19. Yes, guys, now I am 19 and I am not 18 anymore. Enter the course. Hmm, let us say we are doing Python as well. See, dictionary has been created where name is Gursimran, age is 19, course is Python. So I think this much part of question is clear. So in order to access the value, so I think there is some grammatical mistake inside this question. The thing that we have to do is I will be telling you that only. See, as I have told you that dictionaries are unordered means list indexing and slicing is not possible in dictionaries. But one thing that we can do is we can retrieve the value using its key. What does it mean? Mm, My meaning from that is, see, if I will be writing dict and inside it I am writing name, okay, which is name of this key. Are you getting it? Then I will be retrieving its values in the same way we were. See, this is the same syntax for getting any index. So we can just get the value that had been. See, this name is a key of this dictionary dict, and similarly, age is also a key, and course is also a key. Let me just get all of them. Age and course. Now I will be able to retrieve all of them, the value of the values that are assigned to them. Let me just print them. Print. print, print. See. Now let me just run the code. And again, let me just enter the values. My name is Gursimran. Age is 19 and the course is to be Python. See, it is printing Gursimran 19 and Python because by using this statement, I am accessing this key whose name is name and the value will be printed, not the key. So this is how we can access values using dictionaries. So, yes, guys, that was all for today's lecture. I hope you had enjoyed this session and learned something new. So, we have successfully completed 6 lectures, and please stay tuned for upcoming lectures. And if you have any doubt, please just pause the video, rewind it, and see it again. See that part again with a calm and composed mind. If you are still not able to understand it, then the only thing that you have to do is just post down a comment of your doubt. I always read the comments and I will be happy enough to solve your doubts. So, yes, that was all for today's session. We will meet in another session. Till then, take care and keep bye bye.